Bendy versus Nenu. Seed 8, Seed 5. Classic Tetris Monthly Deathmatch semifinal number 1. Let's get them counted down in 3, 2, 1. Tetris. All right. Did anyone on... Literally 2 people on YouTube said ready. Oh, but that's because like it's 30-second delayed. So we'll see how many people say they're ready. All right. 3 people. One guy typed the letter E, but then said, I don't know how to make it red. Anyway, doesn't matter. On the left side, seed number 8 out of the United States of America. With a DAS PB, according to our crack research staff, of 1.24 million. Seed number 8 in our qualifying, it is Bendy. Bendy qualifying into that top 8 directly. Did not have to play any early rounds. Just got right in there. I think, in fact, everybody that made it into the semis is top 8, right? So nobody below that made it in. On the right side, it is Nenu, seed number 5 out of Indonesia with a DAS PB of 1.3 million. Of course, a former 2-time CTM Masters event winner and was the runner-up in the first ever DAS Masters against Pixel Andy back in July. 65,000 here for Bendy, 84,000 for Nenu. All right, 7 bars so far. Someone said it had 0 bars, but it has 7 bars. There's bars, don't worry. All right, Bendy there with a little bit of a misdrop of the Z. That's going to slow him down a little bit, but he does not cover the well, and so he's able to access that Tetris down the right side. So that's going to cost him a few burned lines. Bendy with the beanie, like, I don't know, carrying on the Doge beanie tradition. Now it has been passed down to Bendy. I don't know if it's the same exact hat, like getting Doge cooties. I'm not sure. 160 for Bendy, 159 for Nenu. Tetris for Bendy. He has recovered. He's at 185. And no great place for squares. And the great game, of course, detects this and decides to offer some squares to Bendy, which he piles on that right side. That's going to slow him down a little bit. But Nenu really not in a place where he could take advantage of that. So really no ground loss for Bendy. 212 for him. 176 for Nenu. You will know, of course, if you're watching this is a DAS tournament. Players are using that press and hold play style that really was the primary play style for nearly all top players for the first, I don't know, like 9 or 10 years of competitive Tetris. All right, 9, 8, whatever it is. Nenu with an interesting bridge there with that long bar. That's going to slow him down a little bit more. And Bendy's out to almost 100,000 point lead. So that you can follow the DAS action, we do have an input display on the screen above the player's name and stat bug. It's called a stat bug. Did you know that? We do have that on the screen. You can see their left and right inputs. You can see their rotational inputs in the 2 red circles. And you can see the speed of their most recent hyper tap, or, tap basically. So if the player, taps twice, it'll register the speed of that tap. Now it doesn't update unless a tap is registered. So it's not like Bendy is tapping every piece precisely at 8.58. That was just the last time that he tapped. And in fact, that thing will register not even in a game. Like it will, but it'll register also on the menu. So if you tapped on the menu and that was the last one, then that will show that. 283 for Nenu, 399 for Bendy. Bendy long bar over Tetris, 422. He's got over a 100,000 point lead. Am I muted? Summer B, you know that I'm sick, so I'm occasionally have to mute myself so I don't cough on the microphone. So there will be longer than normal silences. Don't, I'm fine. Maybe you're muted. 402 for now, 424 from Nenu, 495, now 500 after a Tetris from Bendy. And we're just one line away on Bendy's side for the 19 transition, where the speed will increase by 50%. And now the colors will change every 10 lines. The level will change every 10 lines. And then the players really have just 100 lines now to do whatever scoring they're going to do. 477 here for Nenu on 19. 553 for Bendy. So about just under an 80,000 point lead here for Bendy. The speed will increase one last time, really, on level 29, where it will double relative to 19 speeds and be virtually unplayable. At least here in 2025, I don't know, someone's going to figure it out. And in 2026, we'll be, we'll have to put up a DAS super kill screen on 39 or something. But for now, level 29, virtually unplayable. 512 for Nenu, 633 for Bendy. Long bar over Tetris. Bendy, there's one for Nenu. Nenu's got 120,000 points to make up here and only 70 lines to do it. So, Nenu hoping that Bendy either tops out or goes through a significant slowdown, while Nenu, piles on points by having a high Tetris rate. That is what Nenu is trying to do. 626 here for Nenu, 679 for Bendy. Or, a series of little mini slowdowns while Nenu doesn't slow down at all. That is what he is hoping for. Bendy getting that S over to the right side. That's going to allow him to stay ahead here of Nenu. And Nenu is kind of doing what he needs to do. Staying efficient here, 685. He's back by about 55,000 points. Nenu having to take a couple of triples here. So now we're now got 40 lines. So Bendy needs to stay ahead. Nenu with a little bit of a slowdown here. And Bendy still clean. Bendy now looking for a bar. Has to end up taking a triple. Long bar over Tetris. Nenu. And Nenu, for the moment, there was back by only about 17,000 points. Bendy gets a Tetris. Both players are into level 26. Under 30 lines to go until 29. There's a Tetris Nenu, 827. He's basically one Tetris behind. So if they keep the same pace, but Nenu gets a Tetris, one Tetris more than Bendy, then, that would, and Nenu would win, but we'll see. Bendy's got to stay ahead. Nenu's got to keep scoring. That left side could be a problem for Nenu, and it will be. Trying to be aggressive here. Nenu going to hang the bar on the left, and in fact, kind of that same sequence going to take in both players, but Bendy was already ahead by 20,000 points. So Nenu unable to sort of complete the chase down. Bendy able to stay ahead. Nenu really outpaced Bendy since the transition, but not able to bring it home. So Bendy going to take game number 1. GG's in 3, 2, 1 Tetris. All right, starting off with the LZT for both players. So pretty confident that they are on seed. Double check, You check the actual seed, you check the pieces, and then you can be really sure. All right, Bendy and Nenu looking to uncover their right sides. Nenu does, Bendy does. Bendy gets the Tetris, 47,000. This is a DAS tournament, as we said. It's a little weird to use the word DAS for a playstyle, since DAS is really kind of just a little mechanic in the game, but it's become to be known as the DAS playstyle because you're concerned with charging your DAS charge. But really, you're not looking at. It's weird because delayed auto shift. You're not trying to charge your delay. You're trying to overcome the delay, right? It's kind of a weird name for the playstyle. Nice adjustment there for Nenu with the T to make room for a tuck of the J piece, and that gets him Tetris ready a little bit earlier. And he gets a Tetris, so he's at 148 now, 142 for Bendy. Anyway, the DAS playstyle is really just the press and hold playstyle, plus a couple of extra tricks here. We do allow, kind of unlimited tapping if it's in the middle of the board, like 2 taps in the middle of the board. We don't really necessarily care if those are extra fast. But players should not be routinely, tapping pieces faster than 10 hertz or just slow tapping the entire tournament. And we do allow a quick tap, a single quick tap at the end of a DAS sequence. These are sort of what have come to be known as the DAS playstyle. 183 for Nenu, 235 for Bendy. Bendy 281, 189 for Nenu. Nenu, of course, goes back. Oh, look at the Vits for Nenu. That's one of my favorite ways to do a Vits. Oh, look at the adjustments from Nenu. Just keep your eyes on Nenu's board because he seems to be in a particularly adjustment-y mood right now. That's one of my favorite ways. That's what my favorite Vits is, the one where you use the overhanging J piece. Jasmine loves Vits so much. And look at that. Look at that upside down J piece. Just he knew he had to burn something somewhere along the way, so just decided to get it over with right there with that upside down J. I'm sure it has a name. I don't know what it is. 308 here for Nenu, 342 for Bendy. Jasmine is hosting a watch party right now. So go over to Jasmine's and go to the watch party. Is it catered? There's finger sandwiches. 331 Nenu, there's a Tetris. Bendy's actually set up column 4 for a Tetris. There's cookies and chips. Oh, Carb City. Sounds wonderful. 391 for Bendy, 378 for Nenu. Nenu ahead by 7 lines right now. So Bendy a little bit behind in lines and ahead in score. That's a good place to be. Toe sandwiches. Oh my God. Yeah, why do we have finger sandwiches? We don't have toe sandwiches. What is the deal with that? 436 from Bendy, 424 from Nenu. There's a Tetris Nenu, 447. He's actually in the lead temporarily, but he is ahead in line. So the pace lead still Bendy's. You're a bit young for fake Seinfeld. Pretty much everyone my age, their Seinfeld impression is informed by the Jim Carrey impression of Seinfeld that was on that In Living Color show. Like everybody's impression of Seinfeld, if you're from a certain age, comes from that impression. 496 from Nenu, 509 from Bendy. All right, Bendy with a couple of burns here, uncovering that well. Just 8 lines away for Bendy from that 19 transition. Nenu is in at 521. All right, Bendy 537. Bendy's in at 539. So he's got the bigger transition at 19. Still close, though. Nenu ahead in the piece sequence between 5 and 10 lines or so. All right, let's see what Nenu can do to try to open this up. Yes, the S goes to the right, opens it up, waiting for the bar, contemplating burns, has burns available. Now doesn't really have burns available, so he's got a pile high here. Gonna have to work to bring that down. 565 from Nenu, 604 from Bendy. Oh, it's going to be tough for Nenu to Nenu not going to survive this. It's going to be a top out for Nenu at 569, and Bendy is good in game number 2. Seth H on YouTube says it's actually Gilbert Gottfried's Seinfeld impression. Let's go. 3, 2, 1, and Tetris. All right, Nenu trying to figure out that L piece, the LOT. Vincent Longo says YouTube is better. All right, Vincent weighing in on the age-old YouTube versus Twitch debate. He says YouTube is better. I rewatched that Nenu Vits like 5 times here. Oh, the one with the J. That is my favorite Vits formation. I don't know why. It just looks like it looks wild, you know. Jasmine remembers it too. I mean, we'll all. I don't think any of us will forget where we were that day. All right, we're getting underway here in game number 3. Bendy, so far no burns. Certainly that will change. There's a Tetris for Bendy, 136, 137 for Nenu. And Francisco Castro on YouTube says Twitch is much better. Lori H says, I can stream YouTube on my watch. Can't stream Twitch. So, Lori, are you watching on your watch? People are watching CTM on their watch? Like what, when you go skiing or something, you have CTM on in the background? Seems like dangerous. 167 Nenu, 213 for Bendy. Like, yeah, you should not be watching CTM while you're skiing. Like, it seems like there's important, fast stuff coming at you when you're skiing, and you need to pay attention. 261 for Nenu, 260 for Bendy. So pretty darn close in score. Nenu a little bit further ahead in the sequence. In fact, Bendy gets a Tetris. Now the lines are closer. Bendy ahead by about a Tetris. $283 for Nenu, $306 for Bendy. Just about halfway to that 19 transition, and both players potentially on pace for a 600K transition if they can keep it up. Tetris Nenu, 331. Seth H says, I can get YouTube streaming on my EKG monitor. Only way to watch it, really. Kingsman watches CTM from the bathroom. Well, I mean, that's where I'm sure half of Kingsman's entire life is lived in the bathroom, right? I mean, right? It would have to be. It's going to be like half of his experience as a human being. 339 for Nenu, 381 for Bendy. Tetris for Bendy 427 364. Oh wait, I better not laugh or YouTube comments will get mad. They don't like it when I'm joyous. All right, Nenu getting up a little bit high here. Trying to avoid taking burns here. Has to take a single and a double. Long bar over Tetris Nenu 413 457 for Bendy. Stolen short sword watching CTM on a Samsung smart fridge. All right, there's a question. I don't know if anybody has any good answers, but what's the weirdest place you have watched CTM? I mean, I don't know. Laurie skiing with her watch seems a little weird, but okay. I like that. 486 Bendy, 449 Nenu. AV Geek says from an airplane. AV Geek, do not watch while piloting an airplane. Dirty Tetris from Bendy. 510. Bendy approves, but you also got to take some burns here. All right, your dad was flying. Okay, that's acceptable. All right, Bendy trying to bring this down. Nenu, 519. One line to go until that 19 transition. Looking to do it with a long bar. It would bring the stack down, but no. Got to do it with a double here, so he's still open for that Tetris. I'm getting a little droughted here as 19 phase begin. Long bar over Tetris. Nenu, 549. Bendy up high. I don't know. Can he get anything over? Oh, he does. And another Tetris over Bendy. So the survival here for Bendy. 574 now. 551 for Nenu. Yeah, Bendy, more like Baldy. So Bendy ahead right now by a Tetris, but Nenu with a clean board. Bendy's board not clean at all. We expect if Nenu can stay clean here, he's going to go up a substantial amount. Here's another Tetris for Nenu, 611. RXS says, I might have watched CTM a little during lunch with my girlfriend and her dad. Oh my God, that's not a good way to win over the dad. Unless he loves Tetris, 666 for Nenu, 598 Bendy. Bendy's still not clean yet. So Nenu able to establish a little bit of a lead. But the bars have also got to cooperate. All right, Nenu taking the burns. I feel like, it's kind of, Bendy's just incredulous. He can't believe this terrible luck. Tetris Nenu 710, so he's up by almost 100,000 points, but also ahead by like 5 to 6 lines. Bendy with the spire, keeps on spiring, and those spires can get a little addictive because you just don't know. You're like, oh, I can handle one more. I can handle one more, and then all of a sudden you're top. So see what Bendy does. He's working this spire down. All right, Bendy just never-ending dig, and this is going to allow Nenu to go out to a substantial lead, 150,000 point lead for Nenu. And he's like, I can't get out of this. Nenu, meanwhile, cruising. But not a gimme yet. Nenu's still got to, this is still comebackable. If Bendy can get clean quickly, and something should befall Nenu. But Nenu Nenu just looking just clockwork. Adjustment for Nenu to make room for the T-tuck. You serious? 13 lines to go, and Bendy may be now running out of runway because Nenu staying efficient, scoring Tetrises. Tetris Nenu, he's got 2 more potentially available. See what he's going to do here. He looks like he's trying to set up for 2. Not sure that he has to do that, but I don't think it'll hurt him here either. So there's 1 bar for Nenu, and he's going to take a skim and maybe hope for 1 more bar. He gets a bar in. So Nenu with the max out. Just look at that. Look at that face. He's like, yep, max out, easy. So there's a game for Nenu. Everybody, including me, is ready to start game number 4 in 3, 2, 1. Tetris. It's 2 games to 1. This is a best of 5, so the first player to 3 is the winner. Nenu looking to tie it up right here. And force a deciding game 5. Nenu, the first one on the board with a Tetris. Now, after this match, we've got a banger here. It's going to be Pixel Andy, 3-time DAS Masters winner against Merker. $13.99 super chat from Tachnerus on the YouTube Canadians. $13.99 Canadian, so it's probably like, you know, $4. But thank you, Tachnerus, amazing $13.99 super chat. No. Is there do I have to pay a tariff now if I get Canadian super chats? Am I paying tariffs? What is happening? 79,000 here for Bendy, 93,000 for Nenu. Kip Duran says, Vandy, you sounded live again. Well, I'd say I'm like somewhere between 80, 85%. This is pretty rough, guys. I've been sick for weeks. Oh, and Tachnerus's message in his super chat said, "Go ketchup boy." I don't know it. I don't know if somebody here likes ketchup. I don't know if it's a pun on like the word, like catching up, or I don't know what it is, but he says, "Go ketchup boy." Teamer says Canadian isn't that cheap. $13.99 Canadian is like $10 US. I know. I'm kidding there, Teamer. All right, a skimming a Tetris for Nenu 234. There's a Tetris Bendy 219. Saturday, really the worst day for CTM. Like Sue gets really mad. Today is Sue's day. You know, Saturday. You should just call it Sue's day because it's really a day that I like. You know, spend with Sue. I drive her around to various stores. We do errands. We hang out. I said to my schedulers, all I ask is avoid Saturdays at all costs and make sure we get done in the month of January. So, of course, it is Saturday, February 1st when we were finishing this whole thing. But really, this month was also crazy with like reschedules. Oh, early shift there for Bendy of the J piece. That's going to slow him down. He was just trying to get some momentum here to catch up to Nenu. And now he's in real trouble. So that L to the left is going to help him a bit. See what he can get over that left side. Could be a problem if he doesn't get the right pieces. All right, maybe a little quick tapping going on here from Bendy's side. There's the bar that's going to uncover that dirty Tetris well. And now he's got to keep that open or find a way to bring it down. Yes, and he gets the dirty. 309 from Bendy, 372 from Nenu. Ziggy says it's monthly Tetris, not timely Tetris. Well, yeah, I don't blame our schedulers one bit. The players are just very reschedule-y this month. Like literally every bracket in the Masters event was like scheduled and then rescheduled because of the caprice of the players. $3.99 for Nenu, $3.56 for Bendy. Tetris Bendy, $3.84, $4.22 for Nenu. Now I'll tell you one thing, we cannot afford that in February. So if you're watching this, if you're a player in one of our Masters or DAS Masters event, we can't afford it. It's so tight a month that we cannot do it. So please help our schedulers out. If you make a time, commit to the time. 447 for Nenu, 430 for Bendy. Longbar over Tetris Nenu. Probably should just not even do Masters in February, but just say forget it. Or just do one tournament or whatever, but I don't know, maybe that's an idea. Maybe that's the idea. Nenu kind of in a little trouble. That left side could be a problem. Needs to bring this down a couple levels so we can access that left. Oh no, the bar is not going to make it. And so now he's scrambling. Let's see what he can do to bring this down. Oh my word. Look at this guy. Oh no. And that's going to be a top out for Nenu at 479. And Bendy will survive and take this match 3-1. So Bendy will be moving on to the finals against, I have no idea, against someone. We don't know. Nenu, GG's. Always great to watch you. You're amazing to watch. Nenu seems a little displeased, but, you know, he'll be all right. He'll get through. Nenu's fine.
Hey everybody, this is your old pal Vandweller, host of Classic Tetris Monthly, and I'm asking you to do me a favor. If you like this video, hit thumbs up. If you want to see more videos like it, please subscribe and bang that notification bell. And follow us on Twitch at twitch.tv/monthlytetris. Thank you, and have a nice day.